What's up, gang? My name is Darrell from Ho-Shing Photography, and in this video I'm going to show you how to take a 2-light setup using one light. You're probably thinking, what the heck is this guy talking about? Well, what I'm talking about is when you go outside, you have a light source already in place. That's the sun. Okay? The sun is providing you with a light source. So what you're going to do is you're going to add another light, and by that you're going to use a strobe or a speed light or a flash or whatever the case may be. In this shot I use the Flashpoint StreakLight 360. This is a 360 watt-second strobe. I'll do another video and get more in detail with that. So the first thing you want to do is you want to check the position of the sun. Where is the sun? In this shot here, the sun was to Brandon's right side. So the sun was setting. It was about 5:30, 6 o'clock p.m. in Toronto in September. So the sun sets around 7:30 that time of year. So it was just about an hour and a half before sunset. And I saw a great rim light on Brandon. I positioned him and there's a great rim light. So I added my flash to the opposite side of him. You always want to add the flash to the opposite side of where the sun is falling or where the sun is hitting. There's no point in adding your flash on the exact same side as the sun because it's not really going to do anything. It's not going to make your photo that much better. So have the flash on the opposite side of where the sun is hitting. That's rule number one. Second thing I do is I check for my ambient exposure. Okay, so how I do it is I set my ISO. In this shot here I was at ISO 50, and then I set my aperture, I was at f4, and then I check my shutter speed. So I make sure my shutter speed is within my sync speed, my maximum sync speed. So I was shooting with the Canon 5D Mark III. So the maximum sync speed is 1/160th of a second. I was at 1/200th of a second. I went a little bit faster. When you're outdoors, you can get away with it more as opposed to being indoor where there's not as much ambient light. You're going to notice the black bar. I was at 1/200th of a second, f4, ISO 50. That was my ambient reading, and then I'm going to add the flash after. Now, once you add the flash, basically from there, don't touch your camera settings. All right, your camera settings are set for the ambient exposure. And when I say ambient, what am I talking about? I'm talking about all the continuous light. So the sun is a continuous light source. If you're indoors, you have maybe the room lights, a lamp, a candle, whatever the case may be. Any continuous light source is ambient light. And then flash is a flash. It flashes at a fraction of a second. Okay, so lastly, I'm going to add my flash to the shot, and then if the flash is too much, I'm just going to adjust my flash power. I'm going to adjust the flash power. I'm not going to touch the aperture. I'm not going to touch the shutter speed. I'm not going to touch the ISO. Because if I do that, sure, I can affect my flash exposure, but I'm also messing up my ambient light. So if you start messing with your camera settings, then you're going to start messing up the whole shot, and then you're going to be all over the place. So get your ambient readings first, leave it, then add the flash, and only control the flash power from there. So that's what I did with this shot. My flash setting was a little too high, so I adjusted the flash power, and I kept adjusting it until I found a desirable shot, until I got the exposure that I was looking for, and that's when I came to it and I said, all right, boom, that's it. To recap, find the position of the sun. Adjust your ISO, your aperture, and your shutter. Once you found that, put your flash opposite of the sun, then add your flash, and then only adjust the flash power from there, and you're going to make it's going to be so much easier using off-camera flash. And you have a 2-light setup only using 1 light. So instead of going out and buying 2 lights, you can get away with only just having 1 light and still getting that 2-light setup. So I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope you learned. Please subscribe. Please continue to follow my other videos. Like, share it. If you have any questions, if you have any thing you want to learn, hit me up, leave a comment, send me a message, send me an email. Add me on Facebook, add me on Instagram. My info is right there in the caption, and I hope to see you guys again. Thanks for watching, guys.